It's rather fitting that this public memorial and celebration of life is taking place at Marciano Stadium at Brockton High School, because our next guest is a guy who has covered world championship fights with Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He's covered Super Bowls, World Series, NBA Finals, and Stanley Cups. However, he's just as comfortable at a high school football field just like this in his sports coverage on WCVB Channel 5 over the past 3 decades. Folks, a warm welcome for the sports anchor of Boston's ABC affiliate, WCVB Channel 5, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Lynch.
Robbie. Hello, Robbie. How are you, pal? Good to see you. May, thank you so much for including me in this program. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be included with this illustrious group of people and everybody that's down here right now. You know, I hadn't worn a jacket and tie in about a year, so I said, what would be appropriate for me to wear today? So I looked into the closet and I found a shirt that was red, white, and blue. And I said, you know, this is appropriate for Marvin Hagler because he was a true American success story. Nothing was handed to him. Everything Marvin Hagler had in this world, he earned, and he did it the hard way. From the day he first set foot in the Petronelli gym on the 3rd floor above the hardware store, he never, ever quit. He never let up. He never let anybody down. He lived the American dream. He expected nothing. He wanted to earn everything he possibly had. You all knew here in Brockton what a special treasure you had in Marvin Hagler. It didn't take long for all of New England to know that he was a special treasure. And it didn't take long before America embraced him, and it didn't take long before the entire world knew Marvin Hagler. Many people feared him, but everybody respected him, and he earned that respect. We've heard a number of people say Marvin never forgot who he was and where he came from. Well, as a reporter and with a bunch of guys that are here now, I can tell you that's 100% true. Every time Marvin Hagler would fight, and especially as he kept going up the ladder and becoming more and more famous out in Las Vegas, there would be hundreds of reporters at a press conference room. But a bunch of us would go down outside his locker room, there'd be 12 security guards, and all of a sudden the dressing room door would open, and Marvin would stick his head out, and he'd say, Jimmy Fenton, come on in. He'd say, Ron Borges, come on in. George Kimball, come on in. Mike Lynch, come on in. John Dennis, Bob Newmeyer. You guys were good to me when I was nobody, when you had to use a magnifying glass to read my name in the small print on the scoreboard pages. You were good to me, so we would get in there and we'd get these nice, personable, one-on-one interviews with Marvin Hagler because he never forgot where he came from. His first fight was for $50. He made a heck of a lot more in the Sugar Ray Leonard fight. And that's something I'll never, ever forget. I'm going to wrap up here and be really brief. I had a school teacher one time tell me, Mike, there are 3 types of people in the world. Those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that wonder what happened. Marvin Hagler made things happen, and he made a lot of opponents feel they wonder what happened when they were done with Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And finally, a lot of people say to me, Lynchy, you know, over your almost 40 years covering, who's your favorite athlete you've ever covered? Was it Tom Brady? Was it Big Papi David Ortiz? Was it Coach Armin Colombo down in Brockton? Was it Larry Bird? Well, I'm here to tell you, as the ring announcer would say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a unanimous decision. The winner, and still middleweight champion of the world for all time, the answer is Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Thank you.